You know what I'm saying? In front of everybody. Oh. Game starts at 20, bet slip is empty. I gotta call KG.
KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Come on. What you got, huh?
It is spa day, Jamie. You don't interrupt spa day.
Okay. Gracie, what's up?
I need some tips.
Jamie, you want a tip?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, somebody. Jalen, what's up, man?
You want a tip?
Yeah.
You really want a tip?
I really need some tips.
Don't call somebody on live TV, Jamie Foxx.
Well, you answered. Have other friends anyway. Marshawn, Barry, holla.
Jamie Foxx. Hey, what's up with it, Fox?
Listen, I need some tips.
I'm like L.A.
LA?
No, Dallas.
Dallas?
Dallas not the
Dallas?
We gotta get to Miami. How about Detroit? Nah, Barry over there.
You know what? I'm gonna call y'all right now. Vanessa, I need your help.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Going with my gut. Let's go with our gut.
Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weischadle, and as always, I'm joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weischadle, from the Turnpike Bar. Doug, last week I ripped up my brackets, and it actually got worse than last week.
Oh, yeah. No.
All the top seeds are gone. The top seeds are gone.
I started like everybody else, full bracket. I just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
I it's just one of those things. In some ways, it's been a really good NCAA tournament because
I'm doing very well betting on these individual games.
Yes.
Okay, my brackets are terrible, but I'm doing very well betting on these individual games.
There are so many upsets this year.
Yeah,
and it's really nice to see that. I mean, the books are very happy to see that.
Well, I'd be very curious to see after all this is over, after a champion has been crowned. I'd like to see the numbers from the sports books and the bettors and the handle, and this is very interesting to me.
Well, this is just like the Super Bowl. The books are going to be reporting their numbers every so often. You're probably going to be seeing NCAA tournament numbers probably for about 3 to 4 months after this tournament's over. So it'll be very interesting to see what the handle and the hold is.
One of the shocks for me didn't even happen in the NCAA men's bracket. It happened in the UConn's women's bracket. We have a cousin who's assistant coach at UConn's women, and they are out now. They, for the first time in 16 years, that they are not in the Final Four.
Yeah, no, it was a little surprising to see them make an early exit out of the tournament. But again, they haven't been as strong as they have been in the recent years, and they ran into issues with a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in the first half they eclipsed their turnover margin from the entire season. So
it was
it was not a good night.
Uncharacteristically sloppy game.
Yes.
So, well, we got a great show coming up for you. We got a Beatin The House where we search around the country and around the world for some of the best jackpots around.
Biggest.
Well, the biggest and the best. Aren't the biggest the best?
Some of the best stories.
Some of the best stories, yeah. That's I love the stories around the jackpot.
Yeah.
So, like when they find a lottery ticket, or that's my last $5 of the night, and I put it in the last slot machine that I see, or if I'm waiting for some friends and I might as well sit down at this slot machine and put some money in. I always love those stories. But like I said, we have a Beatin The House coming up. Today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with Drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
Well, we got a couple of moves by Fanatics that has started this entire discussion about whether Fanatics can actually make a dent in the sportsbook market.
You know, I think they will, because they always have, anytime they have name recognition, like a Barstool or Sports Illustrated or something like a Fanatics, you know their name, and I'm curious to see what this sports betting platform looks like. So, they have that going for them.
Well, the Fanatics Sportsbook did a beta launch in wrong Greek letter, sorry, in Tennessee.
An alpha and omega launch.
Yes. So. And it seems to be generating some really positive reviews from their users. But in terms of what Fanatics has been doing, they've made a couple of deals that have raised some eyebrows. I mean, Fanatics is now the 10-year partner of the National Hockey League to do their uniforms. Great. You're going to see the Fanatics patch on the uniforms now. That's never been done before.
That's what I mean. It's name recognition. So, they have the leg up, I think.
You've got a 20-year deal with a company called Winners Alliance to do tennis collectibles.
Really? Oh,
yes.
Okay. All right.
So I think what we're seeing is, in terms of sports betting, we may be looking at the wrong animal here. I think if you look at the sports betting market in the United States, and these are the numbers for the top 5, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, and Barstool make up 92% of the market. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is trying to divvy up that last 8%.
They're carving out a niche.
Yeah.
Like I said, anytime you have fan recognition or name recognition, I mean, that's a big thing. And I think Fanatics is doing a great job of that. Whether that translates into a very successful sportsbook oration, we'll see.
Well, again,
I have enough of their clothes to keep them in business.
Well, see, that's where everyone is looking at. So. Since Fanatics bought Topps, they're able to convert some of their merchandise people, merchandise customer base, which is 80 million people.
Yeah.
That's a huge customer base.
I'm curious to see if, I'm not a marketing person and I don't know how they can do it, but if they're going to combine those two fields. I would love to see something like that. It'd be very interesting.
See, that's where the NHL deal really is interesting. Fanatics has already made the statement, we're going to launch in about 20 markets in 2023. The deal with the NHL begins in 2024.
Okay.
And by the time the Barstool Sportsbook is up and running, hopefully in those 20 markets.
You mean Fanatics?
Fanatics, I'm sorry. Yeah. So you got me thinking Barstool with all this
stuff.
But if by the time Fanatics Sportsbook is up and running by the end of the year in whatever number of states they're in.
Hopefully it's in New Jersey.
When the NHL deal kicks in, you're going to be seeing Fanatics everywhere in every game. And wherever there's a Fanatics Sportsbook live, you got to see whether or not they can actually convert. Like I said, they're able to convert their accessory customer base to the collectibles database. When they bought Topps, people were wondering how that would work out. They're doing extremely well after they bought Topps. The collectible industry is getting new life, and I think that has something to do with the 80 million person customer base that Fanatics has. Will they be able to do it with the sports book? That's the question.
See, what I'm fascinated with, because recently, we have a place in Massachusetts. We were up in Massachusetts for the launch of their mobile sports betting. We went with DraftKings. And all of a sudden, we can use our DraftKings in New Jersey, too. They just switch it. It's like a shared wallet. Hopefully, you said Fanatics will be in 20 states, hopefully.
Well, hopefully.
But, and hopefully they have something like I mean, it'd be amazing they have these shared wallets. I mean, we have FanDuel. I want them to do shared wallets. I mean, look, we're always traveling across the United States, through New York and Connecticut and Pennsylvania and Massachusetts and Rhode Island. I would love to have a continuous sports book all the way through there. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe technology will get to the point where everything will be possible like that.
Well, I think Fanatics may have an upper leg in terms of when they launch in a place. They may be able to do something different in terms of the promos. Because a lot of states are passing laws no free bets, no risk-free bets, the language, all
this
that.
might be one of their things
where they offer apparel.
That's what I mean. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said,
or an NFT or a Topps card or something.
I'm excited for Fanatics Sportsbook because I have so much Fanatics clothing that, I can't wait. I can't wait to wear my Fanatics clothing, placing a bet on the Fanatics Sportsbook.
Well, if you think about it, other sportsbooks, online sportsbooks, a couple of them have offered jerseys, which are made by Fanatics for bonuses, for giveaways. And I think since they're the maker...
See, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Since they're the maker...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean,
combine it.
They've got enough inventory because they got to satisfy 80 million customers. They've got enough inventory where those rules about giving bets away don't apply to them.
Yeah.
And I think that's where maybe a lot of people are missing the idea with Fanatics Sportsbook.
I don't know how cost effective that is, giving out, you sign up and you place a certain amount bet and they give you a jersey. I don't know if that's cost effective, but that's for the marketing people to figure out.
I think if they put a deposit limit.
Yeah.
If you do a $100 deposit, you get a jersey.
I don't know.
That'd be great. It'll be very interesting to see that, but I think they do have the ability to at least crack into the top 5 of the online sportsbook market. They may be able to compete with BetMGM, Caesars, and Barstool pretty quickly.
I hope so.
I don't know about FanDuel and DraftKings. Those two are just way ahead of everybody. FanDuel's claiming about 40 to 50% of the market. DraftKings is 20-30% of the market. So I think, and also you got to realize, the sportsbook may not be that big a deal for Fanatics. They're going to rely on their other industry.
Sure.
And if it's not a big deal, they'll operate with whatever they're doing, and they'll grow when they grow.
It's a fascinating situation. It's a fascinating business model, a potential business model. So it should be interesting to watch.
Exit 2.
A couple of things went on in Nevada regarding eSports.
Okay. I know they were formulating rules and regulations for betting.
They have new rules and they're implemented.
Okay.
Because of their new eSports committee that they have there. They had the Casino eSport Conference.
Yeah.
Run by Ari Fox and his brother Ben.
Yeah.
One of the best conferences for eSports around.
Absolutely.
And they've recently in Nevada have, I don't want to say embraced yet because they are still growing this industry there, but the esports wagering has become a big focus for the Nevada regulators.
Good.
And this recently, a new bill was proposed in Nevada that I actually think is actually kind of a cool thing. It's AB 82. It's a bill that would make the second to last Saturday in October World Esports Day.
Second to last
Saturday in October.
Was that the third Saturday?
Before Halloween.
Okay.
I think they're trying to avoid the Halloween thing.
I understood there would be no math in this program.
Yes.
But
no, it's a brand new bill. They want to be able to put even more focus on the Nevada esports community and its contributions to the state. When they were submitting the bill, they had recommendations and letters of support from 7 different organizations. The Nevada Esports Education League, which has over all these organizations combined 150,000 members.
Wow. Okay.
You had Seth Shore, who is huge with the esports community, giving testimony saying that it's a vibrant field, it's growing, it'll grow to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And then
actually we saw him speak in Atlantic City at
the Casino Esports Conference
at Stockton,
at the Atlantic City version of the Casino Esports Conference
at Stockton University.
And it's just one of those things where a lot of times you look at everything here. The Nevada esports community may be at the forefront of everything.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope they take the lead. It seems like they're doing the most work on it and looking at it the most closely.
Yeah.
So, I hope so.
And the esports community is behind it. It's just, I think a lot of people are trying to figure out as they go along here the esports wagering side of everything, which is why that's slow to grow.
Look, I think the main issue is the age of the participants and the age of the audience of esports. The big thing is, the most challenging thing is going to be figuring out advertising rules for this, because it's one of those things where, you don't want to market to people of a young age, but you know what? These are video games. So it's kind of hard to not market esports wagering to young people when young people is the bulk of their audience. So that's going to be a challenge, I think.
Which is why I think game publishers are kind of hesitant to really get behind esports betting. Once they figure out how to market it, I think you're right. Because you have Riot Games won't allow their teams to have
some of those are really, really violent. So it's tough marketing those games to young people to begin with. So.
Well, again, but Riot Games doesn't allow sports betting sponsorships.
Okay, all right.
Valorant doesn't either. League of Legends has a ban against it, or not a ban, but it's in their policy not to allow it.
Not to allow from their members or any
sponsorships.
Sponsorships
of sports betting, especially the teams.
Okay,
because that's where the 18 and under people are.
Sure.
Because there are some teams out there that field 15, 16-year-old players.
Look, age is a big factor for any gaming commission when you're talking about traditional sports betting. When you're throwing esports into it now, they really got to look into it.
Well, if you look at what Jersey has, and Jersey in the Casino Esport Conference panel on the esports wagering side of everything, the representative of the New Jersey Division of Gaming Enforcement said that at least half of the sports books in New Jersey can offer esports betting, but they have to do it on a tournament-by-tournament basis.
Yeah.
And I think that may be one of the keys toward the more widespread growth of esports betting. If you got to figure out,
I think it's a good.
If you do it by tournament, that's slow.
Yeah, it is.
If you do a blanket, of League of Legends, you can bet on, or if you can bet on whatever, and if you can find a way to make sure that the event you're betting on is regulated and the integrity of the game is still there, that's there's so many different moving parts, and I understand World Esports Day is to get the overall esports community attention. But there may come a time where the esports betting community has to step up somewhere.
Yeah. So when is World Esports Day? I don't want to bury the lead in this one, but it's
second to last Saturday in October.
Second to last Saturday.
Find Halloween, go the week before.
All right.
That's basically what it amounts to. Just about.
All right.
Attention. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, watch this urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by hiring 87,000 new agents to garnish your paycheck and put liens on homes and businesses. They can even seize your bank account. The IRS calls it enforced compliance, and now they have the manpower to get you. Penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily. So call One Stop Tax Relief Shop and get the IRS off your back. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. And no other tax shop gets you more or faster approvals. One Stop Tax Relief has resolved thousands of cases since 2014 and saved clients millions of dollars. Call now for a free consultation. Connect with tax professionals who get the IRS off your back.
Call 800-605-0688. 800-605-0688.
One Stop Tax Relief Shop.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly. Ding dong, Drizzly.
Exit 3.
Haven't done a sports trademark section in a while, and I figured it was about time because we just had this really interesting situation with the Boston Red Sox and Major League Baseball, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I'll let you do it, but there's no way this trademark is going to go through. There's no way.
Again, it's a matter of degrees in terms of the trademark.
Yeah, why don't you give the background on that one? So
the Boston Globe reported that the Red Sox had filed multiple trademarks on the phrase Boston.
Mm-hmm.
For clothing and entertainment services. The entertainment services included baseball games.
Yeah.
So the application in a vacuum kind of made sense. They're trying to trademark.
It's understandable, but it's not practical because it affects so many businesses in Boston.
Well, again, the situation here is it was filed by, according to the filing of the trademark office, it was filed by the Boston Red Sox Baseball Club Limited Partnership New England Sports Ventures.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long way of saying it's the LLC that runs the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And the LLC lists Fenway Park as its address.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
by the way, that was my first job interview out of law school. I was in Fenway, which was, I didn't get the job because there was a baseball strike going on, but it was one of the most incredible job interviews. I got interviewed in Fenway Park. I had windows overlooking the field. It's amazing.
That was during the strike, though, right?
Yeah, that was during that was 94.
A surreal moment. That had to have been weird walking into an empty office.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, it was odd.
Yeah.
The whole situation was odd.
But what was odd about this situation, the Red Sox are claiming they had no knowledge of this.
Okay.
They're saying Major League Baseball filed it on their behalf.
Oh, okay.
Telling them.
All right.
They've asked Major League Baseball to withdraw the application.
Okay.
And Major League Baseball is agreeing to it.
Okay.
They're still in there, though.
But look, there's no way that would happen. You're a trademark attorney, so I'm going to throw this out to you. Would they say we want to trademark the name Boston Red Sox, but would they call it disavowing the Boston part? Disclaim the Boston part of it.
Right.
So, you know, you really can't trademark Boston. But can they just do the Boston Red Sox? We'll disclaim Boston, but we'll get through the trademark. I can't believe it's not Red Sox aren't trademarked already. But, again, I'm not sure what's going on there.
You can do it that way, but going back to your other point, you can't trademark Boston. Yes, you can. If you do it the right way.
If you do it in conjunction, if you do it Boston Red Sox.
No? I'm just saying there are companies out there. When I was doing research for this exit, there are companies like in, you know, the minor league team for the Red Sox, the Woo Sox in Worcester.
Yeah.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
There are 2 companies that own trademarks in Worcester. The name Worcester alone.
Interesting.
When you're dealing with geographical terminology, the geography that you're using as your mark, say Boston, say you're not in Boston, but you're developing a customer goods that the name itself becomes synonymous with who you are.
Okay,
you know, the source of goods. Now,
well, listen, I don't want to create a situation where Boston College puts out a T-shirt and then the Boston Red Sox sue them because, hey, we own the word Boston.
Well,
that can't happen. That's not
that's
happen.
That's where they
Boston Police Department, they want to put out T-shirts,
right? But that's where the situation may come to a head if it goes forward beyond the application stage.
Yeah.
When you file an application, whether it's in use or intent to use, you actually file a statement of use. You show some specimens. It gets to an opposition period where
which will be
huge. Well, no,
I think it's going to be a long time. There's going to be so many people.
It may not even get to that point because the examiner may toss it because of the specimens that they submit. According to what was filed, the specimens they showed with the word Boston on it are merely it's considered merely ornamental.
Okay, because
it doesn't appear anywhere different than, it doesn't just say Boston somewhere. It says Boston Red Sox. Everything is with the Boston Red Sox. They don't do them separately. Okay. So there's really no indication of the source of goods being separate than what's being used by the Red Sox on their uniforms.
If this goes through the way it's written,
you
know, and I'm walking down Newbury Street in Boston, Massachusetts, with a T-shirt which just has the word Boston on it.
Yep.
Can the manufacturer of that T-shirt that just says Boston be sued by the Boston Red Sox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, they wouldn't be sued by the Boston Red Sox. They'd be sued by Major League Baseball.
Oh, okay. Well, whoever owns but that's not.
But this is a common thing because both the Houston Astros,
the tourism market would dry up in Boston because every street corner, everyone has a Boston.
You're always
going to
have
Boston
pirated
that.
You're always going to have.
Sure, I know that, but you know that's just ridiculous.
If you're walking along,
Boston itself, they have a new commercial out of Boston.
It's what's new. I don't know.
It's new again. Nothing. It's what I don't even know what the hell that. I don't even know.
It has a lot of problems.
Can they do that? Can they get sued by Major League Baseball
if this goes through?
It's not going to go through.
Well, again, you also have teams like the Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners. Both have trademark applications on the books for Houston and Seattle. And you know, the one aspect of this that bothers the hell out of me is the Red Sox saying they had no knowledge of this.
Yeah,
this is the same club. This is the same club in the UK tried to trademark the word Liverpool.
Okay,
you know, because they own the soccer team.
Yeah,
they tried and failed to do it in the UK with Liverpool.
Yeah.
So why are they claiming they would never do something like this? without their knowledge.
Well,
I
they own
really
the
have a
Fenway
problem with
race
that.
team. Will they be able? They might be able to trademark Fenway, but I don't know. But
Well, Fenway Sports Group is already trademarked.
But it's Fenway Sports Group.
No,
it's
you
not
can't do
the
that
single word Fenway. but-
Again, the thing is, you've got
that's what I'm
Fenway.
saying.
Fenway's a historic
I
site,
would
too.
understand Boston Red Sox as a whole.
Yeah, and you just
as
claim
a
Boston.
whole.
You just claim
Boston, and you get the trademark Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
See, if Major League Baseball's trying to trademark the word Boston, I don't think that's going to fly.
Well, baseball's no stranger to trademark.
Major League Baseball has better lawyers than we are, I would guess. So
they seem to run into these issues all the time. Remember Cleveland Guardians?
Let me tell you something.
They got sued by the
It's an absolutely
the team that had the Cleveland Guardians name anyway.
From a PR perspective, it's an insanely stupid thing to do. You know.
Well,
I mean, certainly you're not going to alienate Boston Red Sox fans. I mean, I don't know. Some may be mad or something like that, but that's why Boston Red Sox came out with, "Hey, we didn't do it."
Yeah.
But I don't know why they would even think that.
I can give you a reason. As a trademark attorney, if I'm working with a business, I would tell the business, file as many trademarks as possible.
It becomes
and variations.
valuable. It becomes valuable.
If it
Your
goes through,
business becomes
that's it.
valuable
Yeah.
because you're creating property. You're creating tangible property.
But I would also advocate filing multiple trademarks in different variations.
Sure.
So if any of the other ones go through, that increases your portfolio.
Sure.
So it's one of those things. We'll see. I don't think this is going to go because if they actually filed it as just merely ornamental, it doesn't even get past the application stage.
Right.
So we'll see.
Exit 4.
Last exit of the day. We're staying in the sports world, but we're going to virtual reality.
So sort of the sports world.
Sort of the sports world.
Sports virtual world.
The NBA just did a test on virtual reality. They a month or so before we're doing this story, the NBA did a deal with Meta, Facebook,
Which is Facebook. Yeah.
with this other company called X Stadium, which is these three parties were in the process of working together to create what has been called in the virtual reality world. It's not metaverse yet. It's just virtual reality. The NBA Arena, which is a virtual representation of an NBA arena. 360 immersive technology. You look around, you'll be able to see other parts of the stadium. You'll be able to see people sitting next to you.
Now, will there be with, I guess, the eye toward having virtual NBA games?
This is what they did.
Okay.
The February 27th game between the Knicks and the Celtics. For this test, they invited about maybe 20, 30 Gen Z, Gen Xers, the younger crowd, that stream games on their phones and everything else. They had them come in and do a test run for this virtual reality format. Now,
why would you need them to come in? The whole idea about virtual reality is you can watch it wherever you're at.
Well, this technology has not been released yet.
Okay. Oh, so they have to keep a close watch on
it. They're doing
everyone.
a test group to see if it's worth to continue to develop this.
Now, is this one of those things where you have to wear the big goggles?
You have to wear the virtual reality headsets.
Okay.
So which, by the way,
don't say goggles.
Which
X goggles. Trademark that.
Which, by the way,
the Meta goggles
are not inexpensive. If you want to buy one of these headsets for the Quest 2 virtual reality system, which is what this is on, you're talking $399 per headset.
See, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, it's not a relatively cheap experience, but according to this test, these kids loved it.
Well, it sounds great. I mean, you got $400 headsets. Yep. It better be good. But look, I'm thinking as these things become popular, these headsets and these, I don't want to keep calling them goggles, but
they'll get smaller.
They'll get smaller. They'll get cheaper, and
I'm
more
waiting for
companies
the
are gonna do
time
it.
these become
your
virtual reality
glasses.
headsets.
I wonder if that's going to happen.
But they seem to think that
when we were kids, remember when we the big thing is there was a movie that was 3D, and you had to get the
red and blue glasses.
Red and blue glass. I think it was. I think the movie was
Revenge of the Creature.
I guess that was the sequel to Black Lagoon, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
So technically, part of it was reshot Black Lagoon. If you look at the movie close enough, but. Going back to what we're actually talking about instead of going off on a weird tangent again.
Could there be a virtual monster movie, please?
I'm sure there will be.
I'm
sure people are working on it.
See, now they got me thinking.
Well, what this test was, it was the first step in expanding this relationship where they're going to have 52 live NBA games done this way.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's what their plan is, to grow it from
I mean,
what they just
they're
did
actually
now.
going to have a whole virtual season, right? Is that
virtual,
how they're planning on it? Or?
It's not a full season, but
well, okay.
82 games in real life
50,
basketball.
yeah, but
52.
You know, that's most of these players only play about 52 games anyway. So
if that,
yeah,
load management.
Yeah,
anyway,
if they have load management in virtual games, I'll be pissed.
Well, you're actually watching the real game. You know, it's a broadcast overlay kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
is, why not watch the real? Okay. Well, I guess they have different features.
Statistics, betting, all this stuff is going to work its way into this.
Okay.
That's where Adam Silver wants this stuff to go. He recognizes the value of the, I don't want to say betcast, but the overlay of the statistics and also the eventual incorporation of betting and integration.
So you're not going to have avatars playing. You're going to have actual real people, but you're going to the background's going to change and the information that's going to be presented. You put this on,
you're going to be in a virtual arena, but you're going to be watching the real game.
Wow.
That's where this comes in. You can be sitting at home and still be in the arena.
Wow. Okay.
That's what this is all about. So they want to get the kids off the streaming.
Well, let me tell you something.
And get it into the VR.
They ought to sell tickets to that, or
I'm sure they're thinking.
I mean,
about
you know, how do you monetize that? You know, from the fans, get as much money from the fans. But
if you think about it, out of a schedule of 30 teams playing 82 games, 52 live games on VR is not a lot.
Okay.
It's a good sample.
See, now
size.
I thought that was going to be like a different. Separate from an actual game, but this is an actual game where you're actually watching it, but you're actually getting more information as you're watching the live game. Interesting.
And then you figure there's going to be e-shopping involved with this too.
Oh yeah.
Because while you're watching the game, if you're in the virtual reality arena, you turn and look at somebody that's virtually represented there, and they have a jersey that you like. You're probably going to get an e-commerce link to it too.
I just had an interview with Epoxy AI, and they are coming up with some amazing stuff. One of their things was, you know, if you're watching a game, they're going to have something on their app, and they might even have it already, that, you know, it knows what you're watching.
The TV recognition.
And it presents the bets that you may want to place on the game that you're actually watching. It's just absolutely amazing.
But I'm very curious to see where they go with this. I think really you got to wait until this is more readily available to the general population before this actually takes off. But good first step, good reactions. I'm very curious to see where they go with this.
Yep. And today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, you can get in touch with Turnpike Sports by calling or texting us at 609-512-5910. That's 609-512-5910. At Turnpike Sports is the show's handle on Facebook and Twitter. At Turnpike Sports Radio is our handle on Instagram. And as always, our email address is info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And don't forget, you can listen to the show via Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, radio.com mobile app, as well as Stitcher and YouTube. You can also watch us on your smart TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Head on over to turnpikesports.net. You'll be able to watch our video channel there.
Well, we got a great show coming up for you. Coming up, we're having Beatin The House, where we crisscross the country and the world looking for the biggest jackpots of the week. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
With costs going up, Adam and Eve is the best deal around. With 50% off a sexy adult product at adamandeve.com. That's 50% off right now when you point the camera on your smartphone at the code on the screen. Don't get up. Just open your camera and point it at the screen. Hurry! You'll also get 10 free gifts, including free discreet shipping at checkout. This is your chance to get more for less. So scan now for 50% off plus 10 free gifts from adamandeve.com.
80% of falls in the home occur in the bathroom. Don't put yourself or a loved one at risk. There's a safe bathing system for everyone's budget.
Enjoy a bathing experience that combines safety, comfort, and excellence. If assisted living is not for you, a BCI walk-in tub may well be the answer, giving you the safety and freedom to live independently. A BCI walk-in tub is the most affordable and comfortable walk-in tub in the market today. With our dual drain technology, your tub will drain quickly, and for those that still like the feature of a shower, our two-way bliss gives you both a handheld and overhead shower head. We offer the best financing in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months with approved credit. For comfort, safety, price, and selection, it's gotta be BCI Walk-In Tub. Be one of the first 50 callers and save $1,500.
Call 800-354-4377, 800-354-4377 for a free no obligation in-home consultation.
Casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Beatin The House is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Don't wait. Join in the fun now. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Grab a lion's share of the fun at BetMGM.com. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to another edition of Beatin the House. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to give you a crisscrossing of the country to take a look at some of the big jackpots that have happened over the past week, whether it's a slot machine, keno, bingo, table game, poker, what have you. We will be talking about it. Press releases, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Keep them coming in. We're getting a lot more every single week we do this.
I have a theory about the jackpots this week, and you can tell me if I'm correct or not.
You're not correct.
Because of March Madness, there's a lot more people in the retail sports books, and there's a lot more people here in New Jersey anyway. They're on the online sports books. And, our online sports books also have the online casino section. I'm thinking because people are in the casinos watching the games and people are online betting on the games and have that casino tab right there, I think there will be a lot of jackpots this week. Am I right, wrong, or what?
You're
higher than usual jackpots, I think. The amount, no?
About the same amount.
Really?
Same amount.
See, I
Same
thought there'd
amount.
be tons of them.
I have to tell you, I'm noticing a lot more retail jackpots
because
which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
But I think part of it's due to what you just said.
Yeah, people are
March
going and
Madness,
watching the games.
all that.
Yeah,
but also I know a lot of schools are on spring break, so there's a lot of parents out there that send their kids off to the arcade. They go to the casino.
The arcade? Do people still do that?
They still do.
Maybe
arcades.
in the '80s when we were growing up, maybe they did that.
Tropicana has a very nice arcade in the quarter.
Oh,
so,
there's a big arcade in Atlantic City, Lucky Snake.
Lucky Snake, that's also
right
one
near the
too.
Showboat.
Yep. So, but arcades are coming back.
Yeah,
and
I guess so.
but I think you're seeing it's a combination of what you said, the March Madness.
Because let me tell you something, everyone's watching the individual games and betting on the individual games because last week I tore up my brackets because they are horrendous and they got worse this week.
Oh yeah.
The championship game, none of my teams that I picked for the championship game have even made it there. So it's ridiculous now.
But I think it's
so
a combination.
Bet on the individual games, and maybe that's leading to bigger jackpots in the casinos.
Well, that's part of it. March Madness is part of it.
Sure.
Like I said, spring break's another part, and some people just live near the casinos and they go there. They're the locals, and a lot of the casinos, really do a good job with the locals. So, as a matter of fact, we've got a couple locals.
Oh, there you go. You just Mr. Segue.
How about that? Ahead. Yes. But we're not starting with a local this time.
Okay, all right.
We're going to go to Reno, Nevada, Grand Sierra Resort. This is the typical story we always talk about.
Oh, wait, was he waiting for a friend, or was the woman waiting for a friend?
Okay, this is the other typical story that we talk about.
Okay. Or they were walking out, and they had their last couple dollars, and they put it on the the slot machine they saw.
His last $8.
Okay, there you go.
He spent the day at Grand Sierra as a first-time visitor to the Grand Sierra Resort and Casino. He was playing all day, decided, time to go. On his way out, decided to play one more game with his last $8.
Hey, what are you going to do with $8?
Played 10 minutes.
Wow.
On the Wheel of Fortune high roller slot. $544,663.47.
Wow.
Talk about a memorable casino
visit. Absolutely. By the way, good for him. The $8 lasted 10 minutes because $8 can go very quickly, but it worked out for him.
Well, it was interesting.
It's a guy, right?
It's a guy. Jesse R.
Jesse R.
Yes. But it was interesting in the press release. The note on the machine, the high roller machine, it said the $8 was the maximum bet. So that might have been just one bet.
Ooh. Wow.
That might have been just one bet.
That would make for a great story.
Yeah, they didn't clarify whether it was his very last bet or he had more than $8 in the machine, but it was an $8 bet. He was on his way out. He figured stop, play, boom.
By the way, you're assuming Jesse's
It said
guy.
It said he.
Oh, he said he? Yeah. Okay, because I'm seeing
I summarized it in the show
Jesse
notes.
R, and Jesse is spelled Jessy.
Yeah.
So I've never seen Jesse spelled like that.
There's so many different ways to spell Jesse nowadays.
I've always seen the IE.
Or the Jesse.
Oh, I've never seen that.
That's the guy's name. That's also a guy's name, Jesse.
Oh, okay.
The IE usually means a woman sometimes too.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, going way off on that tangent there. We're going to leave Reno. We're going to Atlantic City.
All right.
Hard Rock, Atlantic City to be exact. We've got a video poker jackpot today. We've got at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. Patron was playing the IGT's 5-star poker slot machine. They called it a slot machine in the press release. It's really 5-star poker video poker machine.
Okay, all right.
No word on the size of the bet, but he hit a royal flush in clubs at 2:30 in the morning to win $200,000.
Now, where is this machine? We're going to be down in Hard Rock in a couple of weeks at a convention.
They did not give the actual location
on
the map.
I need to know that.
Yes.
So if anyone has that information, give it to me because I'll be at the Hard Rock Atlantic City in a couple of weeks.
Yep, but I don't know where the 5-star video poker machine is in Hard Rock exactly. It's on the casino floor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the big ones. It's not the bar ones.
Okay. So, all right.
We're going back out to Vegas now, Planet Hollywood Casino. We haven't done Planet Hollywood in a while. I think we had maybe one or two previously, but
the only experience I ever had with a Planet Hollywood was years ago. I actually ate in a Planet Hollywood.
Well, that was when Schwarzenegger, Willis, and Stallone.
Was it in Vegas or was it in L.A.? I don't even know.
I've never been to one. So
okay, yeah.
But I know at the time you're talking about way back.
I know I was in there. I can't remember.
It was the three big action stars: Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and
not
Willis
real memorable food, but you're not there for the food.
Yeah, exactly. So. But we have a lucky local. There's where the local story comes in.
There you go. Good.
Mega jackpot playing Mississippi Stud Poker at Planet Hollywood. The jackpot, which was hit around 11:30 p.m., it was a royal flush, 10, Jack, Queen, King, and an ace, with all matching suits. So that's a great hand. He won $193,487. Staying in Vegas, we're going to Caesar's Palace to be exact. We have a player who used the last hour of St. Patrick's Day to win. Waited all day to win, I guess, obviously.
It ended St. Patrick's Day great.
Right at just after 11 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day night.
Boy, these late night jackpots.
Is 11 p.m. late night for Vegas?
No, not for Vegas. For me, it is. For me, it is. So, it's kind of late. So.
But our next video poker jackpot was $101,375 at Caesar's Palace.
Okay.
Now we're going to Rio. Not Rio, the country, but Rio, Las Vegas. We got a lucky guest winning a late night jackpot. Here's another one.
Late night jackpot.
But it was just before midnight. Is midnight late night considered? I don't know.
I guess,
We have a guy playing video poker. I'm sorry, a guest hitting jackpot on video poker. 4 aces with a deuce kicker. $125 wager, which is, that's out of my range right there.
Yeah.
But $100,000 even.
You know what I'm thinking? They're playing these late night things. They're coming out of the bar. Well, it's pretty early, 11 o'clock.
Or the sports book.
Or the sport. Well, I'm thinking you're coming out of the bar and you have all this change.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with 10 $1 bills?
Yeah.
I'm walking through the gaming floor. Let me put it in a machine. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what's happening.
Well, this one could have been,
I might be overthinking it a bit.
Yeah,
too,
I think you are. But this guy could have been starting his night.
Yeah, that's true.
You never know with Vegas. So. We're going to leave the casinos, and we got a press release from IGT to talk about. They sent this over.
Oh, okay.
IGT every so often releases the numbers on certain games in terms of jackpots. We've got Wheel of Fortune and Power Bucks from IGT. They're talking about some of the biggest jackpots.
Wheel of Fortune must be IGT's moneymaker.
Well, we actually covered some of these.
Okay.
So we're it's sort of like a rehash. But
we always cover Wheel of Fortune because they're just like money machines. They just give out constantly.
Well, this is Wheel of Fortune and Power Bucks. Power Bucks is the Canadian slot machine that pays out a lot.
Sounds like a lottery game.
It actually sounds like a lottery game, but it actually plays like the Wheel of Fortune game because it pays out an awful lot.
Okay.
We've got following $1 million jackpots that were given out by Power Bucks and Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
February 4th, this is going back earlier this year.
All right.
$3.25 million, $3,257,830, playing Wheel of Fortune Gold Spin at Bellagio. We don't do Bellagio too often. I don't see them announcing their jackpots too often, but February 18th, we have $3,274,538. Wheel of Fortune High Roller at Carson Valley Inn in Minden, Nevada. We actually talked about that one.
Okay. I never been there.
That's right by the border.
I don't think I've ever been to Minden.
Well, you've never been to Minden. Not many people go to Minden other than if you're one of the locals there, too.
Well, someone won $3 million. Maybe you should start
more
going
of it. Yeah, exactly.
Minden.
February 28th, the end of the month, we have Ontario, Canada. We have an online Power Bucks slot player.
Nice.
Canadian jackpot of $1.32 million. Okay. That's Canadian dollars.
All right.
So far, according to IGT, Power Bucks, since its debut in Canada in 2016, 47 jackpots of at least $1 million.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that one pays out an awful lot. We have Wheel of Fortune slots. Since their launch in 1996, according to IGT, we have over 1,100 millionaires and over $3.4 billion in jackpots.
Wow.
By the Wheel of Fortune slots.
That's a great machine.
There's a lot of Wheel of Fortune slots out there.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're going to finish up with a couple Virginia lottery stories.
A couple Virginia Lottery. Wow.
Yes.
Big week for Virginia.
Well, Virginia Lottery just launched a new game, the $326 million Fortune. 3 top prizes of $5 million. It just launched this past week. We already have a $5 million winner.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a scratcher, too, by the way. You don't see a scratcher
I'm not
big.
a scratcher guy, but,
But
I guess I have to start.
He bought it on a lark, according to the press release. He didn't know what it was. He said, it's a new game. Let me try it.
All right.
Bought the scratcher, got into his truck. Before he drove home, he scratched it. Boom, $5 million.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
like one of those things where you got to look at it closely and say, did that just happen?
Yes.
Well,
I don't know what this looks like. They didn't show a picture of the scratcher yet.
Okay.
So I got to go dig one up.
What's the name of it called?
The $326 million Fortune.
Okay.
There's 2 more $5 million prizes out there. So there are 3 top.
Okay. So there's like a golden ticket kind of thing, a Willy Wonka kind of thing. Huh?
Yeah, but it's not wrapped up in chocolate, unfortunately.
Okay. All right.
Now we have a Mega Millions winner. This is actually a story I can relate to, because the guy was just sitting bored one day and he was going through his phone and he noticed he had a Virginia Lottery app on his phone.
Oh, he just noticed he had a Virginia Lottery.
He forgot all about he had the app on it, and he decided, okay, buy a few online.
Wow.
Buy a few tickets online.
All right.
He bought one, and it turned out to be the $1 million winner.
Wow.
So
I guess check your phone to see if you have an app.
Yep. So that I can relate to. Because I have so many apps on my phone, I forget I have some things on there.
I have to take one app off. I still have my Monkey Knife Fight app on, and they sold it or got rid of it, or I don't know what happened to Monkey Knife Fight. They're just gone. So
you know,
I had to take out my money, and I guess the app is gone and the site is gone.
I just found I had a New Jersey Transit app on my phone.
Oh,
I don't even know why I have that on. I know I bought a ticket online, and maybe the app came with it when I bought it.
Did you buy it on your phone?
I didn't buy it on the phone. No.
Oh, okay.
But I bought it online, and it came as an electronic ticket.
Okay.
So I think the only way I could have accessed it when I was using it that one time was by the app. I don't know why I have the New Jersey Transit app.
Oh,
Don't ask me.
okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I can't remember. I probably had a reason for doing it.
Okay.
And last but not least, we have Raymond Harrington. Won a total of $125,000 in a single drawing of the Virginia Lottery's Pick 4 game. He scratched a diamond bonus crossword ticket as well and won the $300,000 top prize.
He won a jackpot in 2 different games.
2 different games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what the hell's going on in Virginia? My God.
Virginia's paying out. So,
wow. Okay, Virginia.
Yeah, he said the scratchers were calling to me in the press release.
Apparently.
Yeah. So when you hear that call, go get it.
Yeah.
But that's it for this week's Beatin the House. Congratulations to all our winners.
Yes.
Press releases, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Keep them coming in. We're getting more and more each week, like I said before. And, have fun with this. This is a great segment, I think. Because I love learning about these new games.
No, like I said, I'm going to be in Hard Rock in a couple of weeks. Yep. I got to find that machine or whatever game you just told me about. So.
Let me go back through my notes here. I think it was the 5-star poker.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. All right, that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.